Hello. Welcome back. This is Dungeons and Dragons with the comic book community, here with everyone minus a Dild. But
No Dild.
he's
back
on vacation with his family and doesn't have Wi-Fi.
Family time. What a chat.
Get a hotspot.
I find that hard to believe. As much as I've seen him on Instagram and everything else, I find that hard to believe.
All right. I understand that I'm a lot to deal with more than once a week. So we have a book club coming up soon, so I know he needs a little break. What? Okay. Anyway, how's everybody doing?
Good.
All right.
Good to hear. Let's pick right up then where we left off. Let me bring up this so you guys can. I believe you were in H11. You had just finished fighting off the shadows, and then the Knoll vampire appeared behind you once again.
It just wants to be an annoyance.
I mean, he's not the friendliest guy.
Well, I mean, this time he followed us.
Yeah. And also, you are in his home, so, who's the real bad guy? It's all about...
No, he's the one that attacks and runs like a little scaredy thing. Trying to be a...
Trying to be a what?
I'm not going to say it.
Okay. Let's roll initiative.
Oof.
Wasted that. 26.
8.
Jeez.
I got a 3 with my +2.
Wow.
Oh, I got a 23.
Okie dokie. Okay, so first in the order is going to be Gray.
So did he come in and attack anyone? I forget how this did. I wasn't here, so
You heard him growling behind you, so he didn't get any sort of
okay. So when I turn, how far is he from me?
10 feet.
10 feet. All right. And we're all sort of clustered up, or were we all spread out?
I mean, you're fairly clustered because you basically walked right into this room, and then the shadow started attacking you. So I don't think anyone really got too far into the room, if I remember correctly.
I moved to where I was within 15 feet of everyone. So
okay.
Yeah, just
all the
say
shadows.
we're all 10 feet of each other, probably.
All right. Well, I'm just going to turn and Eldritch blast this dude a couple times. See what happens here. All right, we got the low one is a 25.
Okay.
So they're both going to hit. All right, that is the first one's going to do 13, and the second one's going to do 10 force damage. So 23 total force damage from 2 Eldritch blasts. And then I'm going to move just so we're not clumped up, but not closer to him.
Sure.
So kind of 5 feet further from the group and 5 feet further from him.
Okay. Jickles.
All right, I'm going to rage. I got to mock that off here. Okay. So I'm going to rage and attack him. Well, that's a 7.
You need new dice, or you need to go back to wearing gloves, Tickles.
Unsurprisingly, that does not hit.
At least he has 2 attacks.
And that's that's a 13.
That is also going to miss.
That's it. That's all I got.
Okie dokie. Um,
G-Man.
it's a vampire's turn. He's going to use his ability called Frightful Cackle. He emits a bone-chilling cackle, and everyone within 120 feet can hear it. Must make a successful DC 15 Wisdom saving throw. Become frightened for 1 minute.
Okay, I have advantage on those.
Sorry, what kind of saving throw was it?
Wisdom.
Wisdom. Okay.
17.
Roll a 10.
With advantage.
Yeah.
Oh,
And my bonus.
I'm using up all my good rolls, I think, to start this.
22.
Rolled a 20 and 18, a 17, and a 17, or a 16.
22.
6.
Oh, jeez.
Wait.
Okay. So, to refresh your memory, a frightened creature has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls with the source of fear is within its line of sight, and you can't willingly move closer to your source of fear. So,
Luckily, Tickles is already standing next to him. So
Tickle is standing next to it, but you from now on will get disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks as long as you can see it. And Gray can't move closer to it. Next up is Villain, who is going to attack it. That is 13, which is not going to do it. Gish.
Okay. Well, since I can't move forward or anything like that, I will cast Cloud of Daggers. So I'm going to put a 5-foot cube centered on his chest, and he will take 4d4 slashing damage when he enters, when I put it on there, and whenever he starts his turn in there. And so that will be 1, 2, 3, 5 damage.
4d4, and he rolled 5 damage.
That is not not
Wow.
max damage.
This is going
What
well.
is happening?
Hey, it's an auto hit though.
Yeah, right. I mean, especially when you have disadvantage on attack rolls, you can't complain about 5 extra damage.
Uh,
So
Anything else?
that's going to have to end my turn.
All right, Doc.
Wait, do we
Yeah.
roll to get unfrightened, or is it static?
Yes, I'm sorry. At the end of each of your turns, you can repeat the saving throw.
Okay, well, I'm going to repeat it, and I have advantage on those. Well, I got one natural 20, and the other one was a 19, so I don't think I'm frightened.
Okay, well,
anymore.
yes, both of those save, so you're good to go. And you cannot be frightened for the next 24 hours by him.
Okay, and the daggers are concentration, so they stay up.
Yep. All right, now, Doc.
Dex saving throw for Sacred Flame.
Dexterity saving throw for Sacred Flame. 10.
That fails, so he takes 11. What is it? Radiant damage.
All right. Is that it?
That'll be it this turn.
All righty. Gray, back to the top of the order.
all right. Yeah, Eldritch Blast this sucker again. Well, that's not as good. That first one is so the low one is a 14 to hit.
That misses.
Okay, the other one's going to be over 20.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay, so this only one will hit him this time. 11 more force damage.
All right. Tickles.
So I get disadvantage, right?
Yep. At the end of your turn, you can try to save again against the fright.
That's 15.
That is a miss.
19.
19 hits.
Okay.
Yay!
With disadvantage, that's a pretty good roll.
I know. Thank you. So that's 17.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay, it's his turn again, and he is going to.
Get hit with cloud of daggers.
Oh yeah. Oh, Tickles first. Make a saving throw.
Oh, that's right. I never did that, right?
Wisdom saving throw.
2. Natural 1.
Yeah, you're still scared as shit. Cloud of daggers hit me.
15 slashing damage.
Oh,
There you go. That's much better.
that was a little better.
Okay.
And
So the two of them averaged out to being what it
Yeah.
should have been.
and just for your information, Alec, I cannot move the cloud.
Okay. All right. He's going to attack you, Tickles, since you're there. He's going to attack you with his bite. And that is probably going to miss. It's an 11.
Yep.
And then he's going to turn to Mist and flee.
Again?
Yep. That's what he does.
Can we put this guy in a bottle or something? Jesus.
So you're out of combat. Pretty unscathed, I would say.
Can we pursue?
Are we still frightened?
Only while you can see him.
Okay.
It does for 1 minute. So I'm guessing you're probably not going to see him again for a minute. So you can consider yourself unfrightened.
What a jerk.
Yeah. Maybe we'll hold person on him or something next time.
I don't think that holds him, but if he transforms, I don't think that would matter. That's why I didn't use it.
Yeah, and Gordon just said opportunity attack, but you can't attack the Mist.
Yeah. I thought about that, yes, the whole person, and I was like, but if he transforms, I don't think that matters. And even if you said like he couldn't move if he's missed, I don't think we can hit him. So you know what I mean?
Area of effect, possibly, but I don't have any.
Yeah.
Well, we will find out when I'm sure you probably will.
Yeah.
Again,
Yeah. All right. So, what would you like to do?
Okay, you guys got a whole bunch of the map open.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So
We were
I don't
making
know how
our
much
way.
you watched last week, but they didn't actually explore that much. They got a temporary spell where they were able to move this, basically a floating drone camera, the arcane eye, around the map. So they were able to kind of look into some of the rooms, but they didn't actually explore past where they are.
Okay. And we're in H11, is that what you said?
Yep.
Okay.
So
So
there
do you
is-
know? Well, none of you probably remember what's like in H12, and obviously there's a pathway out of this room that hasn't been explored yet. I see. So
Yeah, there's a path south that they didn't look at yet. I can give you like a brief description of the rooms that he looked into because it's only been, it's been a much shorter time in game time. So I would think you would have somewhat of a memory of it.
Well, remind us what's in this room because I think we got attacked. We got attacked by shadows, and the knoll showed up. So I don't think we've actually explored this room. So remind me what's in this room. How about that?
It's a pretty empty room, actually, even though it's large. You have to walk down some stairs from H9 to get here.
Okay.
And otherwise, there's nothing really remarkable about this room.
Okay. So it's a big empty
Big empty space. I mean, this is a cave system, so it's not like There's a bunch
That
of
was the
furniture and
description of most of the rooms.
Okay.
H12 had some skeletons in it, and H13
Little skeletons without heads.
Yeah.
yes, skull computer message. And then H13 had some large icicles that kind of went from floor to ceiling.
Okay.
Yeah, but there was like a path through them that looked like you could take.
Didn't we already see the bodies for the skulls that we fought?
Yes.
Yeah.
You
These
saw
are the-
They were in
bodies.
the ship.
You saw bodies without heads, and heads. You really
But
had
now
no-
there's more skeletons without heads, so there's potentially more floating heads in here somewhere.
Well, we did see. Well, he'll get to it.
Yeah, I don't think we saw anything to warrant traveling back through the system we explored. I think we should go down the south side that we haven't even opened up yet.
There was like that giant shrine with a bunch of heads on it.
I don't remember what number that was in.
I think it was in H20 or H19.
Okay, so let's wait at the end.
Yeah, I'll just give you a brief description of the rooms going that way to make it easier for you guys. H14 had some crude sculptures, ice sculptures. H17 you didn't really notice much about that one. H19 was a 30-foot high cavern, and the floor was concave. And then 20, was a dozen human skulls on a pillar of ice. And 21 was embedded in the icy floor was the corpse of a frost giant.
Okay. Did the could the book see any of what you guys are saying? Did we get any information from the book?
No, only I think it was Gish who had it, right? The eye.
No, that was
I had
Tickles.
Only
the
Tickles. Okay.
Oh,
so,
Tickles.
so we couldn't
Tickles-
like get any
you
info
only
about
got
what we were seeing.
you only got what Tickles described to you because he was the
Okay.
only one who would actually see through the eye.
Okay. No, that makes sense. I just was curious with the
And that's like
Oh.
we didn't know those shadows appeared here. You know,
Yeah.
they didn't for the eye.
So basically, what
you
it
probably-
sounds like
You can
to
probably
me is
see from the map that there is a path headed north from H17 that you guys did not use the eye on. Just to let you know.
Yeah, there's a path north from H17. And there's a path south
That's
from
south
here.
from H13.
and
And a
H11.
path from H13 we didn't use. Okay.
Yeah. So it sounds like H20, H21, or we go to a new path. So what do you guys want to do? Go H20, H21, or try one of these southern paths?
We'll try one of the southern paths if we
Yeah,
want
we
to.
go south.
Let's do the H11 one since we're in the room.
All right.
As we move, I keep an eye for the stupid vampire thing to come back. See if I see the Misk return.
Right. So this is kind of in multiple sections.
Okay. Well, yeah, it looks like we could probably only see the one section to start with.
Yeah. I mean, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say it looks like we're either going down or going up.
Yeah, so the space you're in has 20-foot high dome ceilings, and you have to walk down more stairs to get into this space. And then there's just narrow tunnels leading in either direction.
Okay. So, but there's nothing in this first space that we come into where the H15 is.
Not at first glance, certainly.
Do
Can
we
we
see that path?
Yeah, you see both paths from.
Okay.
Can we see anything that's to our? If we're facing down, will be our right. So can we see that caravan to our right? If there's anything in there, or you just subscribe?
We'll have to go down
from
We
where.
haven't been down in there yet.
Yeah, from entering the room, you can't see down either of these paths for sure.
Before we go into the room, I want to do just a perception check, or I guess a check. I want to look like we've seen shadows attack us. We've had the stupid things on the ceiling, like just for some of the threats that
let's
we've already
look up.
up and into the shadows and that kind of stuff to see if I see anything. So is that a perception check? What do you want that to be?
Yeah, you can make a general perception check to see.
Okay, 15 plus 4, 19.
So you're just looking for dangers in this
Looking
chamber.
for dangers, yes.
This portion of the cavern seems pretty chill. No pun intended, because it's made out of ice. But you don't see any icicles that could be mephits on the ceiling. You don't see any shadows creeping around. You don't see anywhere really that the Null vampire could be hiding in this space. It's just an icy chamber.
Okay. I would like to stealth down that little passageway there, facing the screen that's on the right-hand side, until it opens up a new room. Look in the room and then stealth back to the guys and tell them what I see.
Okay. So you're headed map right.
Yes.
Or the unseen space.
Yes, I am stealthing down that hall.
Like he's doing that. Okay, do that. But he's doing that. I was going to go look toward the other direction. So, but you can do him first.
23.
Okie dokie. Looking into the space, you don't see anything. It's just another empty cave, icy cave.
Okay. If I can stealthily go down just a bit more to peer into H16 without actually going in it, is it more the same?
Well, I assume you were at that path, like you were looking in H16 already, right?
Oh, well, okay. So
Would you like
to see here?
So you're good there?
Okay. I'll stealth down the other path then, just till it becomes something, and then take a peek, since I didn't know it'd fork.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh.
We got a hole.
30-foot high cave has exits to the north and south. Along the western side is a 15-foot diameter hole in the floor that seems to be an upper end of a tunnel. So similar to what you saw over here in H10.
Well, with seeing that, I'll just stealth back to the boys and let them know what I saw. That there was H16. Didn't really look like there was anything there, and we found another hole with passageways in H22.
Okay, so while he was doing that, unless you're going to have something with him, I went and looked into the other opening there off of H15.
Okay. As you approach, make a perception check, please.
I wasted the good one on the other one. 9.
You do have an advantage because this is based on hearing.
Oh, okay. That's a little better. 18.
Okay. As you approach this narrower corridor towards this other space, a deep sigh issues from the darkness. A voice steeped in malevolence and hatred whispers to you in a language reminiscent of Elvish.
Okay, I don't understand Elvis. So
At that point, where am I? Am I still on my way back?
I'm assuming this happened at the same time. So
yeah, this is probably the same thing.
All right. Well, can't help you with translation then.
Yeah. So I only speak Common, Dwarvish, Giant, and Yeti.
What about Doc?
I speak Elvish, but I don't know if I would be.
Yeah, if it was
Over there,
whispered to you, he may not hear it.
Yeah.
it is also reminiscent of Elvish. It is
Okay,
not
reminiscent of
Elvish.
Elvis. So okay.
It's like
Oh.
Portuguese and Spanish, I guess, is the closest equivalent I can think of.
So I
it's
don't
like-
understand it, but there's a voice.
I mean, if you don't speak Elvish, you definitely don't understand it. But
Okay. So, but I can't see anything with my 120. I guess should I have done a stealth roll to like get close to this room?
no, if you're just kind of approaching and trying to,
I could hear. I could hear that there
you
was
could
a
hear,
voice.
you could hear the
before
you
I
could
got
hear this voice before you'd be able to see anything. I'll say
Okay.
that.
So having heard the voice, I would stop
Yeah, right.
and back up to the group and very quietly let them know that I heard there's something in there, and then probably we would wait for Gish to return while watching that
It
room
wouldn't be long.
and making sure that the vampire hasn't come back as well. So trying to like split my.
Okay. Well, if I come back and you all tell me that, my immediate question is, well, who I speak Elvish? Is anyone else?
I do.
Okay.
Can
you
I
describe it?
Is Dill still playing, or he's not playing?
I mean, Dild is here. He gave me his sheet. I'm just what I told him when I was talking to him earlier, which I've been doing lately. If someone's missing the episode, is I kind of only use them if there's an emergency. Like
Okay.
When Gish wasn't here, I allowed you to use his tiny hut, but I just
Right.
I don't have the bandwidth to do everything plus control a character.
No, you're good.
no problem. Because
So-
he knew language. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, what I'm asking Gray is, please repeat it the best you can, and maybe between me and
I don't
Doc.
think if I don't understand it, there's no way I could properly repeat
Yeah, and
it.
what he's saying is also not like 2 words. It's like a paragraph. So you wouldn't be able to.
I'm just gonna say there was some. Basically, what I would have told you is because I don't know Elvis, so you wouldn't actually got the information that it was reminiscent of Elvis.
Okay.
Any of you, because I don't understand Elvis.
It just sounds like gibberish to you.
It's just it's a language I didn't understand.
Well, then let me stealth in there, see if it happens to me, and then you guys can come.
Okay, yeah, you are our best stealth person, probably. So
So is that okay?
I'm sure anything you want to do is okay. It's Dungeons and Dragons, man.
21.
Okay. You stealth up to an area where you are close enough to hear this voice.
Okay, and I speak Elvish, Draconic, and Common.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, this does say a character who speaks Elvish can understand what a creature speaking this language is saying. So I'll give you that. And what it is saying is, "Cursed be those who gaze upon the horror that Dracareth has become. Such promise wasted, lost in this cold sepulchre. Sepulchre. I don't know how to say that word. Sorry.
Sepulchre.
Where were you centuries ago when he was in the prime of life? Where were you when the frigid darkness consumed him? You are no good to Dracareth now. Nothing remains of him but frozen bones, ancient treasures, and me.
Okay, well, hearing that, I go back to the guys and basically I tell them Dracula sounds pissed.
I was just saying, if you were trying to repeat what he actually said, I would have been like, "That sounds like a trap."
Yeah. I repeat it in I suppose I'd do it in both Elvis just to make sure Doc was good with the translation that I gave in the comment. So I do it both.
Not to entice or persuade you guys, but I want to make sure that you all did hear, make sure that you translate the ancient treasures part, because I know one person who's going to catch that.
Oh,
Yeah.
I could tell you we're already
Bouncing in
going
his
in
little
there.
frame.
Like I said, it sounds like a trap. But also, we would ask our guide. The book. It's a book, right?
He's an orb.
Or the orb.
Professor Stamp,
See
yeah.
if that meant anything to him.
Yeah.
Yeah. He recognized the name Dracareth. Oh yeah. From what I can recall, he was a Netherese mage who survived the fall of Yethrin. He stole some spell books from some guys he killed, and he hoped to escape with his newfound treasures, but he perished from exhaustion and cold. And but I don't know what happened to him from there. But it sounds like something resurrected him, or maybe I don't know.
Okay.
Sounds interesting. Let's go.
I mean, not really our main goal here. But, well, I don't know that we know what our main goal is.
Exactly. We don't know what our main goal is. So let's go into that cavern. Let's go.
Do you head in there?
I heard treasures.
I guess we're going in there after him at least.
All you guys are discussing what to do. As soon as he heard treasures, he started marching.
So we wait for him to get in there, then wait for the screams. Then we
well, no, we at least try to approach with some.
Yeah.
I would suggest we'll go look, Tickles, but see if Gish can sneak up and actually look and see what he sees in the room.
Okay.
Before
I'll give you
we
that
go.
one.
I'll give it a shot.
And we'll follow fairly close behind, but far enough back that we don't mess up his stuff.
Yeah, that was a low roll. 18.
Low roll.
Let's see. Yeah, I mean that's good enough to stay hidden. What you see when you can peek into this room is what looks to be like swirling dark smoke, but you notice that it has the head and face of a man who looks to be. You get glimpses of what looks to be mage garb, but it is just like in this swirling black smoke. Also, make a perception check for me, please. I want to see if you see something else.
Probably not. Let me add my bonuses here. Perception 10.
Yeah,
I think my passive's like 14.
What? Yeah, I'll give you it. I mean, it's not going to be too hard to notice. The wall that would be connected to those two little other things headed north.
Yeah, the shards.
So that wall looks like a solid block of ice rather than like what the rest of the walls of this cave look like.
Rather than stone.
Okay. So is the 18 good enough?
No, so everything in this cavern system is made of ice.
Oh, okay.
The walls, the ceilings, the floor, everything. But it's more of like, this is more of like like think of like giant ice cube rather than just solid dirty ice that would look like
We
a
may
cave.
be able to push it open or something.
It looks like something that like it's something blocking as
Yeah.
opposed to a
It,
passage.
it appears different,
Okay.
which clearly, looking from the map, I should have edited that. Leads to some other little room.
That's okay.
Was the 18 be good enough to sneak back to them, or do I need to roll again?
No, that's fine.
Okay. So there's a heavy smoker who likes to do magic, and there's an ice wall that shouldn't be there. It's what I'm looking at.
Okay.
It's kind of scary. Wizard eyes.
And we don't have our wizard. So.
I'll walk up. So I'm walking in there and ask him how he's doing.
Oh, Lord.
Are you?
Hey, that's what I would do.
How you doing?
Oh, Lord.
Okay. You really walking in?
Did he stutter?
I just want to make sure before I start making you roll initiative, which is what you have to do.
I'm gonna. Yeah. So I mean, I'm gonna. All right, I'm gonna look in. I see what he sees. I see the smoke. Head on the smoke. Is there anything else in that room? It's just the glass. We see a ice wall that looks clear.
Yep.
And we see this thing's in the middle of the room.
Yep.
Swirling around.
The ceiling of this room is uneven. It ranges from 15 to 30 feet.
I think we should go in there. I think this is.
You're already in there.
You're in. You've the die is cast, buddy.
I'm in. So
You said how you doing?
how are you doing? Can
How
I
you
just
doing? And I
can I make my way around towards
No, you don't
that?
get-
No, you're in combat, buddy.
Oh, okay, initiative. Okay, let's do it, buddy.
17.
Good Lord. 7.
19.
Doc.
13.
Pickles, what's your dexterity bonus?
My dexterity bonus is a 2.
Okay. Well, this monster is up first.
I guess if we see Tickles like disintegrate, we can all just run.
Okay. Let's see. What is he gonna do here?
So many choices.
So many spells.
He is gonna
make
use,
Tickles with.
he's gonna use an ability called Life Drain.
Oh, great. That's all I need.
Well, that's an 8, so that's not gonna hit.
Yay.
Hey.
Which you're thankful for that. And you're up next, Tickles.
All right, I'm not gonna rage. I only got one left. So because I don't see us taking a long rest anytime soon.
You might be. Yeah.
So I'm just gonna attack him, I guess.
Okay.
Oh, Tickles.
That's a 16.
That hits.
Oh, sweet. That's 10 points. And I roll again. That's an 11.
That's gonna miss.
Okay, that's it.
Gray.
All right, so I'm going to move into the room. How far were we, and move so that I'm not, clumped up when the others come into the room. So, angle away from the door and away from the guy so that we're not a clump. How much of movement I got with my 30 feet? Right, do I have 30 feet? It's all right. Oh, don't do that. There we go.
I would say once you get to the entrance of the room, you probably have half your movement left.
Okay, so I'll go like 15 feet across the room, so that I'm not right by the door. And for bonus action, I am going to put my Hexblade's Curse on this thing. And then, which basically lets me do more damage, let me regain hit points if it dies, and lets me have a crit on a 19 or 20. And then I'm going to Eldritch Blast this thing. I guess. 18 and 15 to hit.
Yep. Remind me what type of damage is that?
Force.
Okay.
So that is, but that is 3 extra damage. So 11 and 14. So 25 total force damage. And that will be my turn.
Okay. Doc.
All right. I will go with a Sacred Flame. So it'll be a dex saving throw.
$22.
Okay, takes no damage.
Gish.
The things that have hit it, does it look like they've done anything? Like, is it getting hurt? Or because it hadn't really made an attack yet, so I don't know how strong this thing is.
Sure. I mean, you don't. It's made out of smoke, so you don't really get a sense of it being injured or not. But it definitely from the both attacks, it reacted to them.
Okay. Well, I don't know how I could help much, so I'm just going to cast Fairy Fire, and obviously I'll center the whole cube on it. That's a save. I think it's Wisdom. Let me double check. No, it's Dexterity saving throw. DC 16.
Oh, that's a 7.
Okay, so that fell. So he's outlined, and we'll go with Chartreuse. And everyone that sees him has advantage, and he can't go invisible. Not that I don't even know if that's possible.
Might. It's smoke, so he might be able to go invisible.
But anyway, everyone has advantage because he's glowing.
Sweet.
And before I end my turn, I went back to tell them all that, so I assume I'm still in the hallway. Like,
Yeah, unless you moved into the room, you are no longer in the room from when you were in there before.
okay, well then I'll just won't move then, and I'll stay in that hallway where I'm at.
Yeah.
And then that will end my turn. Oh, and Fairy Fire is concentration.
Very good. All right, Valen is going to use her Wand of Magic Missile.
That's always last.
Let's see. So it's going to be it's only the first level, so 1d4 plus 1. Oops. All right, so it's 4 damage that it's doing. Come on, stupid d4 is so hard to pick up. And we're back at the top of the order with the Wraith. And it's going to try to life drain you again, Tickles. That's a 14.
That's my AC.
Oof. Okay.
Not good because he's going to heal.
Is that life drain a spell being cast?
It is a melee weapon attack.
Okay.
It's a 24 necrotic damage.
Okay.
And a Constitution saving throw for me, please.
I'm going to lower that 24 and use my reaction. So, Tickles, roll a d8.
That's not a D8. That's a D8. 6.
You lower the 24 by 6. Helped a little.
18.
Sweet. And I rolled a what was
Constitution.
Constitution.
That's a 19.
Okay. Cool. That's its turn, and it now is your turn.
Oh, okay. One moment, please. I gotta. Okay. I'm gonna attack it again. Oh, wait a minute. No, I'll save that. Okay.
You have advantage.
Yeah, because it's fair fire. You have advantage.
Right. It's a 22.
22 hits.
And that's an 11. Roll again. That's a 20, dirty 20.
Mm-hmm.
That's another 11.
Okay. Great.
All right. First Eldritch Blast, since I'm doing with advantage, is 16 to hit.
Yep.
That'll be 10 force damage. And then the second one, also with advantage, is over 20. And that is 18 force damage.
Okay. Doc.
Okay, I'm going to walk up to it and try to just smack it. Crit. We had 26 to hit for 15 damage.
Yeah. So with
Blunt.
that, what's that?
I said blunt, if that matters, or
Bludgeoning.
bludgeoning. Yeah.
Yeah. With that, you see kind of the face and the eyes sink back into this cloud of smoke, and it starts to dissipate through this wall that Gish noticed looked different.
Oh, so it's trying to escape.
You don't know if it's trying to escape or if you defeated it, but it is, for lack of a better term, like kind of seeping through this.
Sounds like a Wizard of Oz situation. If you know what I mean.
We're going to try to figure out if we can get through this wall.
Yeah.
So are we still in an initiative or are we out?
You're out.
Okay, then I'm gonna go and investigate this wall, or maybe somebody's really good at investigation. Investigate this wall.
Investigation.
I'm okay-ish.
I have a +7.
Oh yeah, that would be you then.
I got a big goose egg.
I'm +0 on investigation.
I'm +3. So.
Oh, that's a 19.
On investigation, you're investigating the wall.
Mm-hmm.
You can't really see anything through it because the ice is thick enough to be opaque, but it's clearly like I said, it is not a wall of the cave like the rest of the ice is. It is clearer than the rest of the cave walls, and so you can't see what's behind it, but it clearly is different.
Does it seem thick enough that brute force would not work or would work?
It seems thick enough that it would take some effort. Like you couldn't just smash it with a hammer and it shatter altogether, but it is not undamageable or
I would like to polymorph
okay.
into a great ape and
Okay.
start smashing the wall.
Well, I was just going to Eldritch Blast it, but okay. With force damage, which probably pretty nice.
This is my last night. I'm using the polymorph.
All right, yes. Polymorph. Do it.
All right, so I'll swing at it. I'll bring up the stats here for the monkey. So it has multi-attack. It makes 2 fist attacks.
Okay.
So they're +9 to hit. The first one will be a 15 to hit.
Yep.
And the second one would be I rolled a 1. So it'd be a 10 to hit, but that's a critical.
Critical failure doesn't matter. So you hit once.
All right. So that's let's see. That's 3d10 plus 6. So let me.
Gordon's like, yeah, or you could just use like Dark Sacred Flame and just melt it. But Great Ape, go.
19, 29 damage.
Okay. You destroy a 5-foot square by 1 inch thick section. Sorry, by 1 foot. So 1 foot deep, but 5 feet around.
Okay.
And then I motion to the guys and.
All right. I'll
You're not an initiative, so anyone can do whatever they want.
Yeah, I'm walking in.
Well, it's not open yet, Dork. We got to hit it some more.
Oh,
He just damaged the section of it. I'm going to Eldritch Blast it.
Oh, okay. I thought he made a cool. Never mind.
No, only 1 foot.
Both well over 20 to hit.
Okay.
Ooh. Total damage of 15, 23. Force damage.
Okay. Yeah, you enlarge the space to another 5 foot by 1 foot section. So you could either enlarge that 1 square or bust out a section so it's 5 feet or 10 feet tall or 10 feet wide by 1 foot, or you can do another.
I probably would have just blasted the spot he had already broke.
So that's now 2 feet down in that 1 5-foot square.
Okay.
All right. Well, what do you guys want to go, or should I try again?
I'll attack it. I'll get a couple of hits.
Go.
That's a 10.
That misses.
You missed them.
I mean, miss is a misnomer. You hit the wall. You don't hit it strongly enough to damage it.
No. I want it to be in my mind, in the theater of the mind. Pickles runs up with his axe and swings at the wall and like spins around in space and totally whips.
We have depth perception issues.
Yeah, if he gets a crit 1, that'll happen. But
Right, I got a 17.
17 hits.
And that's an 8.
Okay.
All right, I'll try once more with the big fists.
So we're gonna let Doc try Sacred Flame.
Oh yeah. Go ahead.
Or this up
Yeah, I
fire,
can try
though.
Sacred Flame, which is just a deck saving throw,
It's a wall.
You'll hit.
and 8 damage of light, radiant.
Oh, it's radiant. It's not fire. That's right. Never
No,
mind.
it's not fire.
Okay, never mind.
It's misleading.
But with
So-
that 8 damage, you break through this first section. So you've got a 5-foot square that extends into that opens on the other side.
Okay. What do we see when we look through this 5-foot square?
Not much in the next section. You see another wall of ice beyond that.
Okay, so but crawl through.
Yeah.
Well, I am a huge beast. How much more does it need to be big, tore open for me to fit through right now?
I don't. What are the dimensions of a huge beast? Exactly.
I don't know, like 10 feet tall.
Yeah,
What
so I'm
were you
guessing you're an 8, so you're probably pretty square.
Yeah.
According to this, a huge beast is a creature that takes up a 15 by 15 foot space.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Oh, yeah.
So you're gonna have to keep beating on the wall.
I would
Meanwhile,
like to make it wider, please, as they crawl through.
Yeah, go for it.
That's a 19 to hit.
Yep.
Giant ape stands over 20 feet tall when on its all fours.
And then the other hit is like 27,
It's the
28.
same size
Yep.
as an elephant.
So there's sections of this room you have to duck to get through.
yeah. Okay. Well, while he's doing that, I assume like he's
32.
pounding on the wall. What do we see now that we're in this next room?
An empty space with another block of ice that is headed north.
Okay, I'm gonna start attacking it, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, I missed with the first one, an Eldritch Blast, and I did not hit the wall. But the second one never hit.
Another sacred flame. Whenever he gets done with his.
6 force damage. I rolled
Okay.
1 on the damage.
13 radiant.
13 radiant damage.
Yep.
Okay. You create a 5-foot by 1-foot section in that second wall. Gish, you created another. You created so you're now 10 feet with 2 feet deep. So you need to do another, I guess, 1 on that section and then another 3 on another section to make it big enough for you.
Well,
Or you can unpolymorph.
Nah, keep doing it.
No. That's a 13 to hit.
Yep.
And the second attack would be a 18 to hit.
Yep.
So that's 16 plus 12.
Okay. So
I'm
now
just
you have.
imagining right now that why the rest of us are in this next room and Gish is still pounding on the ice behind us. That the Null vampire has drifted back in to attack us again, sees the great ape and goes, "Nope." And just drifts away.
Hard pass.
Did that get me through?
That got you 10 feet by 3 feet. So you still need 3 more.
Can we still chip on the
All right. Well, meanwhile, I'm gonna blast the other wall again. Okay, those are both over 20. Those are both hitting. Oh my god! 18 total damage.
Okay.
I rolled another 1 on one of them.
13 from sacred flame.
Okay. If you guys are just going to keep chipping at these, I'm not going to make you roll a million times because
Okay.
you're clearly determined to get through. So you would eventually break through enough that.
What I want to hear is after he breaks the whole wall down, that the room isn't big enough for Gish to actually fit in.
That's a good question. It doesn't say what the height of these other small antechambers are.
Okay. All right. So we break through the second one. What do we see?
You see the frost-covered skeleton of a mage. surrounded by the rotted remains of 6 leather-bound spell books.
And that's it. Just so much.
Pour some holy water on the skeleton. I don't remember.
Yeah, I was going to say, so when you enter the room, you see this dark mist kind of go back into this skeleton and disappear.
Okay.
Do I see this too? Am I finally through?
Yeah, he's made it so that.
Yeah, you're all through.
So Doc pours holy water on the skeleton. If they're like investigate the books, I guess.
And can I investigate the skeleton?
Yep.
All right. I should not have investigated. I'm terrible. 8. Someone else. I hand the books to Dild so he can investigate the mage books later.
I mean, when you pick them up, they pretty much disintegrate in your hands.
Ugh. Okay. So all that.
There's also, you do also notice a cracked crystal ball on the floor.
Notice what?
Next to the spell books, you notice a cracked crystal ball.
Like our orb friend or something different?
Make an Arcana check on it.
17. What was that about?
Yeah, you would recognize this as something that was once magical, but it's clearly lost its power at this point.
Okay, so this was all for naught.
Well,
Well, he hasn't investigated the corpse yet.
who's
So go ahead,
investigating?
Pickles.
19.
Okay, you notice 2 things. His mantle, which is basically like a cloak, a shoulder cloak, appears to be unaffected by the age and deterioration that everything else around here is, except for one other item, which is the staff that he's holding. So his staff that he's clutching to his chest and the mantle that he's wearing are both look to be unaged.
And this guy was, according to our orb, was clearly a mage, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
So I would think we would probably be like, hey, Dild, wants magical stuff?
Well,
Can I?
I forget what the rules for ritual is. It takes an hour to cast, or what?
For what are you wanting to cast?
Yeah.
Identify.
Oh, I mean,
Can I just take something?
well, yeah,
10
he's
minutes.
going to try to identify what they are before we like take them, and we
Okay.
can we're down here. We can take the hour. I could take a short rest if we
It's
did
10
that.
minutes. It's
Oh,
10
10
minutes.
minutes? Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Then we don't even have to worry about. Yeah, I think identify. Go for it.
I can ritually cast Identify on them. So it won't take a slot.
Okay. So you want to take the 20 minutes to use it on both things?
Sure.
Okay. You identify the mantle as the mantle of spell resistance. It is a rare, wondrous item that requires attunement. Any class may use it.
Oh,
And while you wear it, you have advantage on saving throws against spells.
That's pretty nice.
And the staff is a staff of charming. It is a rare magical item. It requires attunement. Bard, cleric, druid, sorcerer, warlock, or wizard. While holding the staff, you can use an action to spend one of its 10 charges to cast Charm Person, Command, or Comprehend languages. And it's also can be used as a magic quarterstaff.
oh, nice.
If you are holding the staff and fail a saving throw against an enchantment spell that targets you, you can turn your failed save into a successful one. You can't use this property of the staff again until the next dawn. If you succeed on a save against an enchantment spell you're targeted with, you that targets only you, you can use your reaction to spend 1 charge from the staff and turn the spell back on its caster.
So technically, did you say cleric as well?
Yep. Bard,
Okay.
cleric.
Technically, me, Doc, or Dild could use the staff, and the cloak could be anybody.
Yeah.
All right. So,
I would still say the staff probably needs to go to Dild.
I would agree with that. I'm okay with Dild taking the staff.
So you guys take the stuff?
Yeah.
Can I take
Okay.
the cloak?
Well, you
won't
don't
go
really
around
need
that.
the cloak, though. The cloak doesn't really help you as much as it would help. I'm tempted to say Dild would take both of them, but
Yeah,
Well,
because he's the smallest guy.
the cloak just gives you advantage on
Magic.
saving throws against spells that are being cast on you.
So that would probably.
Yeah, out of all of us, that one should be Tickles.
Only because I usually end up going up front.
Yeah,
But I'm just saying.
and spells are his kind of, you know. not
He's
his
already
fault.
got protection against physical and that type of stuff, but he doesn't have protection against physical. He's got protection against the taking of the actual damage for most
Yeah,
of it.
if I'm waiting, yeah.
But
If I'm-
like, so when it says, so any kind of saving throw, it gives him advantage on.
Saving
Type of
throws
magic
on
roll.
spells that target you.
Yeah.
So
It wouldn't be
a-
area effect. It
No,
wouldn't
it's
be.
sorry, it's you. Let me read it again. You have advantage on saving throws against spells while you wear this cloak. So
Okay.
so like if somebody tries to like take control of him, like do a what is it? Crown of Madness. He would have advantage. He would have advantage on everything, any kind of spell thrown at him.
Yeah.
that requires a saving throw. So any
It
spell
requires a saving throw.
any spell that's an attack roll would not be affected.
It wouldn't affect the attack roll. It's just any kind of saving throw. Okay.
I mean, that's one of those that's good for anybody.
Yeah, I was gonna say we can like we could do the I mean that would be good for any of us,
So,
honestly.
so y'all take both of those off the.
Yes,
skeleton.
we take both of them. I think I would actually argue the cleric over the barbarian on saving against throws because that is our healer. But that's just me.
That's a good point, but
That's just, I mean, not to say that Tickles doesn't need it. Like that would be my first instinct would be to protect the healer more than the barbarian. But I'm good with whatever you guys decide on that. I'm not gonna like fight super hard for either of them for my character necessarily. So, but yeah, I think the staff should go to Dild, and you guys can figure out the cloak.
Okay, whatever you guys choose. That's what I said.
it doesn't matter to me either. I mean,
Hey,
And
okay, Rock Tickles.
I'm not
Rock,
going to
Tickles,
turn it down.
Scissors, real quick.
Well, also, they both require attunement, so you need to have
So
a
we
long
can
rest
decide.
before either of them,
Oh, it takes a long rest.
doesn't it?
I thought attunement was like an hour, but maybe it is a long rest.
It's a long rest, I'm pretty sure.
Which I could use, wink, wink.
Yeah. I mean, I could use one too, but
Yeah, I'm not sure we want to.
So, what is anything attacking us? Is there anything else in the room?
Nope.
All right.
Okay. Then
So for now, how about for now? So what were these called?
Um,
No, I
The-
mean, yeah.
Mantle of Spell Resistance
Mantle of Spell Resistance.
and Staff of Charming.
Resistance. So okay, we hand the staff to Dild, and since we haven't decided who's going to take the mantle for sure, I'm going to stuff the mantle in the bag of holding for now.
There you go.
And then when we get the next time we take a rest, before we take the rest, we'll decide who's going to attune to it.
Well, with me.
that work?
Good.
Yeah, it was just
Okay.
So how long has it been since we dropped combat and started pounding on the ice?
I mean, probably a little while because it took you quite a bit of
Yeah,
time.
20
Well,
minutes
like half an
for
hour.
the rituals.
Yeah.
Plus 20 minutes for the rituals. How long does polymorph last?
An hour.
I'd say you're coming up on pretty close to it, probably like 45 minutes. So you might have a little bit of time left.
Okay, well, I'm going to throw a rock at the skeleton then.
Okay. To what end?
Because it made me mad, I had to break through ice.
Okay. You want to smash it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's a 16 plus 9 to hit.
Yeah, definitely. It's a skeleton.
Oh, okay.
34 damage.
Yeah, man, you turn this thing to straight dust. Like, you throw this big rock down on it and just poof. And when
So
the dust clears, there's no more skeleton.
all you guys see is the dust in the air, and then you hear, and then I'm back to normal.
All right. So we took a whole hour then?
Yeah, well, it took a while to break through, and it took a while for him to do the ritual.
Okay. So, like, how close are we to from the rituals and everything? Would I be to getting a short rest?
That's a solid hour. I
Well,
don't think.
it was an hour, including busting through all the rocks. I mean, all the ice. So,
But
it's
if we
only
waited,
been
like, if I talked the group into waiting, like, how much longer to get my short rest?
an hour. You haven't started a short rest yet.
What about during the rituals? Wouldn't that have started the short rest?
Oh, I mean, if you wanted to just chill and not look at any of the stuff, and so it would be
Okay, well, I won't worry about it, but
half an hour more.
let's just go. It's fine.
I mean, you can take a short rest in here. It's
I'm not that desperate, but I
Well,
mean, I'm
it
a
might be
warlock.
good
I
for
can
all of
always
us.
take a short rest. So,
It might be good for all of us to take a short rest.
I'll take a short rest.
Yeah, let's just go through it fast, take a short rest, and then we got like another 40 minutes before I'm done. So,
Okay.
Short rest, real quick. Unless you have the vampire come and disturb us, then
no.
no. You managed to get a short rest in this secluded ice cave.
All right. Sweet. Then back at it.
So I guess we go to the hole now that I found in the other room.
Yeah, well, so we'll head down the hallway. And yeah, you said there was nothing in 16.
Well, he only peeked into 16. You never really like.
Well, I'll look more thoroughly in 16. What do I see anything? If I do a perception check on 16, of 15 is what I rolled on perception when I'm looking in room 16.
Yeah, it is. You don't see anything. It seems empty. You do get kind of a sense of foreboding from this room, though.
Do I see like the shadow, like indication that maybe like the shadow creatures or stuff on the ceiling? So,
it looks to be just an empty chamber.
okay, so I tell them that I didn't feel great about that room, but I didn't see anything.
Okay, cool. Let's go.
Right. Where do you want to go?
Let's
Like I
go to
said,
the hole.
22.
Yeah.
Well, before we go down the hole, like it looks like there's two paths going off of 22.
Well, I said to the hole. I didn't say down the hole.
All right. So when we get to 22, what do we all see again? You described it to him, but
Yeah. Are those actual passageways or?
One second.
oh, he's rolling something. No vampire appears again.
Yeah, so to read the description of this room again, this 30-foot high cave has exits to the north and south. Along the western side is a 15-foot diameter hole in the floor that seems to be the upper level of a tunnel. So obviously you came from the path from the north, so you can go down this path to the south or go down this hole.
What about there to the east? Where those two little
Are those
paths-
any
Just
pat-
little nubbies, or are they paths?
Those are just little nubbins that I cut.
Oh, okay. Where you trimmed the image. Okay.
Now, before we go anywhere, do we want to check out? Wasn't there things in 20 or something or 19 or something?
Well, I mean, we're probably going to have to go back there.
We
but-
chose not to.
Well, we chose not to yet.
Yeah.
We
I
chose
mean,
to go down the path we hadn't went down yet.
I will someone would like to make a perception check down this shaft.
Yeah. Well, I was going to ask if I could go up to it. And
I'll do it.
You don't have good perception, do you, Tickles?
I got a +4.
Oh, okay.
Hey, that's not too bad.
Doesn't mean I'm not going to roll a 1.
I just didn't. Perception was wisdom. I didn't think you had high wisdom. So
7.
23.
20.
Okay, that makes things easier. Gish, you realize this shaft is pretty steep and very, very icy, like even icier than the rest of the cave. So it is clearly very slippery, and you aren't perfectly confident that you'd be able to easily climb back up it.
So it looks like it's a really slick hole, man.
Nick Hole. What's that?
Just
I don't
slide right
think
into it.
This is a choice. So
I'm not saying you can't. I'm just saying you aren't certain. Like,
Probably
it would
want to
be-
put some pittons and rope and
So yeah, we could tie a.
if we decide to
Can
do
we
that.
see how the? Can I got 120 feet of vision, like of dark
well,
vision. How can I see like a
Well,
bottom? Like
No, I mean it goes. It's like since it's like a slide. Think about like a playground looking down to one of those tube slides.
you can't
Okay.
see
Because it
curve.
curves, there's
Okay.
a point at which you can't see where it lets out.
But like for as far as I can see, it's still deep enough that it might be trouble to climb out of. I don't see it level out any.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay, well, as they're talking about possibly using pittons and everything, Gish is just going to Leroy Jenkins and go right down the hole.
Okay.
And this is how we lose Kiss. Oh Lord. Oh, you guys saw all this already then.
Well, his eye saw it,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
didn't actually.
We know the
Yes.
basic makeup of the room, but nothing that's in it really.
No real knowledge. Okay. So when he does that, I think we still drive a piton and extend the rope for as far as how much rope do I have?
Everyone, if you have rope, it's 50 feet.
Well, I was thinking I might actually have more than one thing of rope. but-
Gish, make a strength saving throw for me, please.
A strength saving throw?
Nope, I just have one thing of rope.
You said a strength saving throw?
Yes.
Okay. That is, oh man, that's the stat that you made me lose. So I rolled a 9.
Okay. So I'm going to. Okay. I'm going to read you the description of this room first, then tell you what happens. This bulbous cavern has walls as smooth as glass and a ceiling lined with dripping icicles. A wisp of steam rises from a roughly circular pool in the northern half of the cave. South of the pool is a shallow crater filled with oversized snowballs. And because you failed your strength throw, you aren't able to catch yourself as you reach the bottom of this slide, and you slide into the pool.
Okay. Is the pool What happens when I go in? Is it hot? Is it cold?
It is definitely. It's like a hot springs hot. So yes, it is hot, but it is not hot enough to burn you.
Okay, so I step out and immediately start shivering because I'm wet and in an ice cave.
Well, before you step out, you notice something.
I was gonna
Oh,
say,
I noticed
you're
something.
assuming you can just step out.
About-
You
Do
made
I
an
noticed?
assumption there that you could get out of the pool.
You notice you're not alone in this pool,
Ooh.
and you notice this because
You got attacked by something.
what's your AC?
A 15?
Okay. You get bit twice. And let's see. I need- you get hit with, oh my goodness, 47 piercing damage.
Oh
Oh my
shit!
lord.
Now, wait a minute. Did you roll to see if you hit me?
Yeah,
Yeah, that was
I rolled a 22 and a 17.
I would like to use a reaction on the 17.
Okay.
It may not work, but I'll lower it by 7. So that's a miss.
All right. So subtract. So you take 24 piercing damage
Okay. Take 24.
and 7 fire damage.
Okay.
And roll initiative for me, please.
Okay. I'm still in the pool, right?
Oh, yeah.
10.
Okay.
That's with my +5 to initiative.
And now we know how we lose Gish.
You're up first.
Okay.
Run!
So what about the rest of us? So the rest of us were like driving a Pinton and tying 2 pieces of rope together.
Y'all probably about to get there.
Yeah. Okay.
But so is the water to where can I see, or is it bubbling all to where I can't see?
No, if you look down into the water, you can see that there are a couple of like creepy looking swimming like centipede looking things with a cobra head. Like,
All right, well, I try to roll out of the pool. I'll
Okay.
use all my movement if
Sure.
that's what it takes. Okay, and then once I'm out of the pool, I'm thinking, oh crap, I might die. So for my action, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my
Run.
thieves' tools, my bag of tricks, and 4 gold rings, and throw them on the ground, and then it'll be the other creature's turn.
why?
Because I'm worried about not living, and those are useful.
Yeah, sure, but someone can still loot your corpse.
We can
Yeah,
pick
I
your
know.
bones.
But I'm hoping the other
You should
guys.
take
are
it.
coming.
Actually, I already have your thieves' tools because I used them the last time you weren't here, and didn't give them back to you.
Oh well, okay then. Well, then
So
the other
you should just be like, you should do something for real.
I mean, do what you want. I'm just saying, like, that doesn't
Yeah,
provide.
he had totally planned on killing you a different way.
Well, that's what I do. I want to see what these things. I want to see if they can even get to me.
Okay.
Like,
All
can I
right.
crawl? I don't know.
All right. Well, it's their turn, and they can certainly. Yeah, I mean, they can certainly exit this pool and attack you. So that's what they're going to do. All right. The first one is going to attack you. It's a 23 to hit.
Oh, there's two of them.
There's two of them, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's going to hit because I can't use my reaction until it comes back to my turn.
Right. That is 18 piercing damage
Uh-huh.
and 3 fire damage.
Okay.
And the other one is going to attack you, and that is a 16 to hit.
My AC's 15.
Okie dokie. 17 more piercing damage.
Well, considering I had 7 life, that knocks me out.
And 10 fire damage, if that matters. That's not going to double up your health, so.
Yeah.
All right.
So, death save 1.
Yeah. They slither back into the pool.
Okay.
So, like, how far are we away? Like at this point?
I mean, it's been one turn, so it was
That's 6
12
seconds.
I just mean like how, like from the top of the tower to where he's at. How far is that?
Oh, how far?
Would we have heard anything? Would we have like realized something's happening?
Well, I didn't yell.
Yeah, I mean, you would have heard. There would have been some noise. Make a perception check with advantage.
All of us?
Yeah.
Dirty
Ooh.
20.
30. I got a natural 20.
Yeah,
18.
you all hear definitely a fight ensuing. Well, you definitely heard him splash into the water, and then a fight ensued.
Okay, so with that, we would probably like go quicker. I mean,
Yeah.
like instead of what we were doing, or at least Gray probably would.
So are you going to jump down without finishing your ropes and
I mean,
fittings?
yeah, probably. Like if I heard him in trouble.
Okay.
So that, yes, strength saving throw.
Yep.
That is, what's my strength? Plus, oh, it's only plus 1, 14.
Not good enough. Although, let me say this. You slide down and slide into his body.
Okay.
Stop you.
So his body prevents you from going into the pool.
Okay.
His great contribution.
Well, I have no way to heal him, so I would like scramble up to the side to look for whatever was attacking him.
If I heard all this, then I would have went down too.
I'm going to use my climber's kit. Slowly go. No,
That'll
I
be
can.
a
I can. Wait a minute.
19
No,
on
I can.
You can
I
do
can-
the, yeah.
I can climb down the thing. I don't have to do anything. I can climb down safely climb down.
And I got a 19 on my strength saving throw.
Okay.
Throw for coming down.
Well, you're all down there now. Gish, make your first saving throw.
That would be a fail, and I did the one earlier. I got it 1 pass and 1 fail.
Okay. Does
I'll do
anyone
a
have anything to
level
stabilize
1
him?
0 wounds.
Oh, actually, I did have a med kit. I
That'll
could
be-
stabilize him. I didn't even think about that. But
6 healing. To him.
Someone has superior healing potions as well.
Yeah, I think it's. I think it's Dill.
I think it is Dilled. Yes.
Okay. Well,
I held him for 6.
you're at 6, Gish.
Okay.
So Do you tell us what happened to you as you wake up?
I got hit with a giant dildo, it felt like.
That's what we
Double
get.
teamed me.
They did bite you.
Yeah.
Sometimes that happens.
All right, so nothing has come out of the pool though since we've arrived.
Not yet.
Okay. Did you tell us that it was like in the water was where the
Yeah,
danger
did you
was?
give us more information?
All I do is stand up and point at the water,
Okay.
shake a little.
Well, if we know there's something in the water, I'm not going to go into the water.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to touch it if nothing's coming back out of the water. Kind of ease away from the pool if we can.
And there's
Toward
nothing in
25, I guess.
Yeah, I was going to say, is there anything in 25?
All right. Everyone make a stealth roll if you'd like to try to get down. That's a pretty narrow space between the pool and the wall. So
Yeah. Something I'm super good at with disadvantage all the time.
You have disadvantage?
Yeah, because
Oh.
of armor.
Armor. Yeah.
I got a 13.
I got a 17.
8.
25. Not that it matters.
yeah, unfortunately, Doc blew it for you. So they do bust out from the pool again and roll initiative, please.
Oh, that's not good. 8.
11 this time.
Which
I
is
did one better.
quite something when I have +6 to my initiative.
13.
19.
All right. Doc, you're up first.
Okay. We'll walk up to the first one and try to smack it with my hammer. It'll be a 21 to hit
Oh, yeah.
for 10 damage.
Okay. As you hit it, you take 6 fire damage.
Take 3 fire damage because I'm resistant.
Okay. Tickles.
Shit. So I just saw him get hit after doing a hit, right?
Probably, yeah. Probably saw him react to that, I would assume.
And there's not going to be any chance for us getting a long rest, right?
Well, I mean,
We just took a short one, so you could have rolled hit
you
point
didn't.
hit dice.
I thought you didn't.
Yeah, but I need a long rest for my rages. That's what I'm saying.
Well,
I'm down to 1 rage.
use it. We'll figure it out.
All right. I'm going to rage. I'm going towards the closest one I can get to.
I mean, they're right next to each other. So, do you want to attack the one that Doc just attacked, or you want to fight the other one?
Let me fight the other one.
Okay.
$14.
Yep.
That's 10. Oh, that's a miss. That's an 11.
Yep. And as you hit it, you take 8 fire damage.
That's 4. Okay.
All right, Gish.
I cast Enemies Abound on whichever one's attacking Doc.
Okay.
That's an intelligence save. And it's immune if it's immune to being frightened, it automatically succeeds.
It is not.
Okay. What's the roll?
13.
That's a fail, so it loses the ability to distinguish friend from foe. Anything it sees is an enemy until the spell ends. Each time it takes damage, it can repeat the saving throw, but until then, it has to attack whatever that's closest to it that it sees.
Okay.
That's pretty much it.
Alrighty. It is their turn, and since they are already engaged in combat with each of them, that is the first thing they see. I would say that's fair, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the one on Doc is going to attack. It's a 24 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Uh, 15 piercing damage.
All right.
I'm going to reaction and reduce that by 6.
And 6 fire damage.
So 15, wasn't it? So it'd be 9.
And then the one on Tickles is going to roll 17 to hit.
Yep.
$19 piercing damage. And 7 fire damage.
Okay.
All right, Gray.
Okay, the one. I guess he's got that other spell on that other one, so I guess I will go for not knowing the one attacking Tickles, and I'm going to cast Blight on it.
All right.
That is a Constitution saving throw. It's going to make a 16.
Something tells me it's good at those.
Yeah, that's a 21.
Okay, so it's going to take half, but it's 8d8. Okay. So that's a 1, do 8. 20. Ooh, another 8, but another 1. 38 necrotic damage. So it'll take half of that. So what's that?
19.
19. So take 19 necrotic damage.
The one that's attacking Doc.
Yeah. No, the one that was attacking Tickles.
Okay.
Because I saw it is yeah. I saw Gish cast a spell on the other one, so I just decided to attack the one that was attacking Doc or Tickles.
Okay. Cool. Boleyn's turn. I'm just going to shoot that one. It's going to hit.
Dang it. Only 19. That sucks. Oh, well.
9 damage. And back to the top of the order with Doc.
Okay. How are they looking? They look.
The one on you is looking fine and dandy. The one on Tickles is starting to look a little beat up, but not bloody.
Okay. I'm going to cast Spirit Guardians then. So that'll be a Wisdom saving throw.
For both of them?
Yep.
That is a 9 and a 5.
Both fail. So that'll be 21 damage to both. And that's radiant damage if it matters.
Okay. Tickles.
King and a rage against the guy I'm hitting now. Ooh, that's a good one. That's 26.
Yep.
That's 15. Next one is 18.
Yep.
And oh, that's only 8.
So that's 23. And you take 12 fire damage from hitting it twice.
Okay.
All right. Gish.
How far away am I from them?
Well,
Because we never really moved when they started attacking, except to go up to them.
well, you started moving down the wall, and Doc was the one who failed the stealth roll, so you can be below the pool if you so choose.
How far is that from them?
Oh, not very far. I mean, you're all within probably 10 feet.
Okay. And you said the one on Tickles is the one that hasn't really had hit, or is that the one on Doc?
The one on Doc is not been hit that much. The one on Tickles is looking very rough right now.
I make a running dive and try to grapple the one on Doc.
Okay. Let's do a strength contest.
What? I'm very confused.
He must go out with a bleeding glove.
I'm very confused for this choice, but that's okay.
Okay. Ready?
Yep.
Roll 5.
Okay.
-1.
I was gonna say I didn't do great, but I did roll a 10. So you do knock into it. So make an unarmed strike, I guess.
Okay. I forget. You add a what to the unarmed? Modifier?
I think just your strength without proficiency.
Oh, well, in that case, 6 minus 1.
Okay, yeah, you still miss. So you hit it, but you don't budge it.
Okay.
But it is focused on you now.
Lovely.
And it is their turn.
Oh yeah, they're after.
Wisdom saving throw on them.
Yep.
I was gonna say I was thinking it was my turn, but they're between me and Gish.
They both fail. It's an 11 and a 9.
9 damage that time. That was a bad roll.
Okay. The one on Gish is going to roll a 10, which is not going to hit.
Yes.
One on Tickles is going to roll a 12, which is not going to hit, right?
Yep.
Nice.
Lucky ducks.
We got lucky that turn.
All right, great.
All right, the hurt one. I'm going to put the first Eldritch Blast at the hurt one, the one that's most hurt, which is Tickles, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's a 22 to hit.
Yep.
That would be 13 force damage.
All right, that one squeals in pain and anguish and kind of curls up like a little bug that just died.
Nice. Thank you.
And then the one that's attacking Doc will get the other Eldritch Blast. That is a do math in your head. 14 to hit.
That hits.
Oh, I did not think that would hit. 10 force damage to it.
Okay.
And I'm gonna back just a little bit away, but not just so we're not like all super clumped up. But
Flynn hits for 4. And back to the top of the order with Doc.
Okay. I will cast Sacred Flame on the one that's left. That'll deck saving throw.
$18.
Takes no damage.
Tickles.
Oh, natural 20.
All right.
Oh, you can see it.
We believe you.
I always have to show it to make sure because I know, like, wow, I got natural 20.
As bad as you roll sometimes, we believe you when you say you do.
So that's 10. And
Did you roll double dice?
no.
Natural 20 is a crit. You roll double dice.
Oh, I'm sorry. So that was 10 and an extra 4 on that. Okay. So I rolled an 18 without adding anything to it.
Yeah, that is.
That's an 18. No, I'm sorry. That's a 17.
All right. You do take 12 fire damage.
Mm-hmm.
And Gish, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm right by it.
Sure are. You're engaged in combat with it.
Yeah, hug it.
I will try to stab it through with my rapier.
Okay.
I rolled a natural 1.
Okay.
You were on a roll, Gus. You were on a roll.
Let me tell you what happens.
Okay, tell me what happened.
You stab it through its chest,
You just can't kill the beast.
and when you do that, it wraps around you like a python and pulls you back into the pool of water.
Shouldn't like Doc or somebody get like a?
Don't we have?
Well, let him finish, then you can decide
Okay.
what reactions.
Yeah, I mean, anyone who is engaged in combat will get an opportunity attack. So Doc and Tickles. But remember, you will take fire damage if you hit.
Oh,
And if it was wrapped around me, you might hit me too.
Yeah.
Bonus. If I'm attacking it, then I missed because I rolled a 1.
oh shoot! You hit him.
Another one.
Yeah, I'll attack too. The hell. Oh, not 20.
Okay.
Give it.
That's a 21. Yeah, 21.
Okay. Take 9 fire damage. All right. Between Gish and Tickles, you hear this thing scream in pain as well as it falls backwards into the pit wrapped around Gish. Gish, you realize that even though this thing is dead, it is coiled so tightly around you that you have no hope to escape. You know that this thing is going to pull you down to this bottom of this water, and you have no way of escaping and getting out. But you do have a brief moment before you fall in this water where you can utter a word or two. What would you like to say?
Gish says,
No.
Tickles.
"I thought I did okay. Here's some inspiration." And I give Tickles a die of inspiration.
Love it.
He's got 10 minutes to use it.
In fact, I'll give you all a dive inspiration as you see Gish bravely sacrifice himself to drive this thing back into this pool of water. And as he does, his triangle and his kazoo go flying out of his pocket and tinkle onto the ground. And you watch the water as the bubbles slowly stop. appearing at the surface.
No. The end of Gistazan.
You
And
could
that
have
is-
told me today.
And happily, that is where we will end for tonight.
Sleep well, sweet prince.
So-
Lost our bard. I think
Yeah. I want to give a big shout out to Big Will for his time in our group. He is going to be taking at least a leave of absence, if not an exit, starting in the new year, because he had some opportunities come up for him in real life. That
It'll be the month of January and the 2 Sundays in February for sure. Hopefully, it'll be from now on. So,
Yeah.
fingers crossed. We'll see you guys at some point in the future. But there is going to be a spot open now because I will no longer be able to be here on Sunday nights. So,
Make an application.
I think for the rest of this campaign, we're probably just going to finish up with this group and then see what happens moving forward. Obviously, Gish, you are always welcome back. As far as when I'm DMing, I can't speak for the rest of these guys.
You're not welcome. No. Of course you're welcome.
You got
I'm
some,
not Gish. I'm Will. Gish is the character. He's the annoying.
you got a shout out from Gordon that said, "Too bad he's funny." When
Yeah,
I told
it
him,
might be the other thing,
Appreciate it.
so.
but yeah, it's been a pleasure playing with you. You've been a delight. You definitely put your all into both when you were DMing and playing. Although I'm still mad at you for the way you ended your campaign.
I'm mad at me for how I ended my campaign, and I can tell you now, if I ever DM again with you guys, I have a way to fix that.
Going by a book your first time. Anyway, enough ribbing. It was a lot of fun playing with you, and you'll definitely be missed in the group, both as a player and as a character.
Yeah.
But
we did.
best of luck. I'm glad you got a great opportunity for the next few weeks, and I hope it pans out for you. In the meantime, never turn your back on a creepy crawly that's going to pull you down and kill your character for good. Okay. Bye.